Good morning, students. Let's start with a new topic. Current division rule and voltage division rule. That will be helping you in solving the various questions when the complicated circuit will come. Okay. So let's start. So I will use that concept. So before using, I'm just explaining that. Okay. See. First, this is R1. This is R2 and this is your voltage source. This V is current. If I want to get the voltage across that R1 and R2, if I want to get it. So one way is to get the current and then you have to find the drop across that. Other way, that voltage division rule. You can simply apply the voltage across R1. Okay. Voltage across R1, okay, it's equal to complete voltage V into R1 divided by R1 plus R2. Voltage across R1 is equal to V into R1 divided by R1 plus R2. Now, voltage across R2 is equal to complete voltage V into R2 divided by R1 plus R2. This is voltage across R2. Now let's see, understand with one example. Assume that the voltage across these two resistances is, let's say, 10 volt. This is 5 ohm. This is 5 ohm. If I want to get simply voltage across R1, this is 5, is equal to what? 10 into 5 divided by 5 plus 5. That will be 5 ohm. Now, similarly, voltage across R2, that is your 5 ohm. This will be V into 5, means 10 into 5 divided by 5 plus 5, that will be again 5. This is your voltage division rule. Okay, it will be used while solving the problems. Now, let's start with the current division rule. This is your voltage division rule. Network R1, R2. Let's say current is coming I1, I2, and the current is I. If I want to get that the current through R1 and current through R2, okay, we will simply apply that current through R1 is equal to I into opposite arm resistances, okay, into R2 divided by R1 plus R2. Now current through R2 is equal to I into R1 divided by R1 plus R2. Solve with the example. Let's say I is equal to 10 ampere. Let's say 10 ampere. This is 5, this is 5. Let's say, assume that 5 ampere current is coming. Again, that 5 ampere current is coming. Obviously, equal resistances will divide. If the resistance is given, okay, let's see, the resistance is, I cannot assign that current. This is 5 ohm resistance, okay, this is 5 ohm. Current we have to calculate. So if I want to get that value of I1 and I2, when I is known, complete I is known, let's say this is your 10 ampere is coming over here. If I want to get that I1 and I2 individually, so you can write I1 from 5 ohm is equal to what? 10 into 5 के देयर इज नॉट नेसेसरी कि आपके पास इक्वली रेजिस्टेंस हो, अपोजिट भी हो सकते हैं, अलग अलग भी हो सकते हैं, कुछ भी हो सकते हैं, ठीक है. 10 into 5 divided by 5 plus 5, that will be your what? 50, that is your 5 ampere current. Now again I2 through that 5 ohm, that will be 10 into 5 divided by 5 plus 5 is equal to what? Again 5 ampere. That is the current. Okay. So these are the voltage division rule and current division rule which is being used which is being used in your circuits. Okay. Let's continue with the next question that is being asked in IIT 2003. The three resistances of equal value, okay, are arranged in different combinations as shown below. Arrange them in terms of increasing order of power dissipation. Okay, so they have given that four circuit. You can see this is your first one. Okay, this is second one. This is four combination of resistance is given, and the question is asking arrange that combinations in the order of your what? Increasing order of power dissipation. Okay, so we have to draw that. Options are given. 3 is less than. Options are given. 3 is less than. First option is 3 is less than 2 is less than 4 is less than 1. B is given. 2 is less than 3 is less than 4 is less than 1. C is given 1 is less than 4 is less than 3 is less than 2, and D is given 1 is less than 3 is less than 2 is less than 4. So let's start with the problem. Okay, so there is nothing more than the series and parallel combination. If you are comfortable with the series and parallel combination, that's a cup of tea for you. That is being asked in IIT 2003. Okay, see that. When you see that first diagram, this is they have mentioned that equal value of resistances. So I am assuming that R. Okay, let's see R. So these three resistances are in what? Series, because the current will go same. So these three are in series. So equivalent of these first one, I am taking that first, considering the first one. So when you consider that first, you will be getting the R equivalent of this first diagram is 3R. Okay, and current is coming in that. So when you apply that power dissipation is equal to what? I square into what? I square into R. So this is I square. R is complete. R is your 3R. So this is your 3R. So the power dissipated, and that first option is 3I square R. Second option, you can see that these two resistances will be in series, that will in parallel with this, because when the current will get divided in this and this, that the current will be same in these two resistances, that too in parallel with this. Okay, so let me get the equivalent of this. In second diagram, you can see that the R equivalent will be R plus R. This is your 2R in parallel with R. Entire equal value of resistances they have mentioned. So all the values R. Okay, so R plus R, 2R, that too in parallel with this R, that will be R equivalent will be what? 2R square by 3R. Okay, R equivalent will be 2R square. You can apply that formula now. Many times I have written R1 into R2 divided by R1 plus R2 equal to R equivalent now. Okay, this formula. So 2R square is equal to what? 2R plus R, that will be 2R square upon 3R, that will be 2 by 3R. Okay, 2 by 3R. Now again apply the power dissipation formula. When you apply the power dissipation formula, पावर डिसिपेशन, लेट्स से इसको हमने क्या मान लिया, इसको P1 मान लिया, इसको P2 मान लिया, that will be your I square into R equivalent, and your R equivalent 2 by 3 into R, that will be your 0.67 I square R. This is your second one. Now when you see the third will be this R equivalent, you can write that basically that R equivalent will be calculated in that way. 1 by R equivalent is equal to 1 by R plus 1 by R plus 1 by R. You can calculate in that way. Okay, so that will result into R by 3. Okay, when you take R LCM 1 plus 1 plus 1, I am doing that. Okay, let me do. You may not see that. Okay, see that R equivalent will be 1 by R equivalent I am writing. So when you take R LCM, 1 plus 1 plus 1, this is what? 1 by R equivalent will be 3 by R. So R equivalent will be R by 3. Okay. So this is your R equivalent for that net. Now get that power dissipation. Let's say P3 is equal to what? I square R. I square R, and you have got R what? R equivalent what? R by 3. So I square into R by 3. Okay. This is your 0.33 I square R. 0.33 I square R. Now this is P1, P2 and P3. So I am left with that P4. These two are in parallel, that too in series with this. Okay. So you can apply that R, get that R equivalent of these four options. Fourth option. Okay. When you do that, you will be getting the R equivalent. R equivalent will be what? 3 by 2R. Okay. 3 by 2R. Because these two R square by 2R, that too in series with this, you will be getting 3 by 2R, R equivalent. Now P4 is equal to what? I square into R equivalent. I square 3 by 2 R. So we will be getting 1.5 I square R. 1.5 I square R. Okay. So this is your P4. Now you can simply arrange that. You will be getting that answer. 3 is less, very less. Okay. You can see that 0.33 I square R. You can simply arrange that. Options are given. So option 3 less than 2, less than 4, less than 1 will be the correct answer. This is your A. When you compare that, you will be getting 3 less than 2, less than 4, less than 1. Increasing order पे they have given. Okay. So this is your power calculation. Next question I am doing. Next question. IIT 2004. The 6 identical resistors are connected as shown in the figure. The maximum between this option there. Okay, let's see. Very easy question. P, Q, R. They are asking the maximum value of resistance between option A, maximum between P and R. Option B, maximum between Q and R. Q and R. Option C, maximum between P and Q. Between P and Q, all are equal. See, it's a simple, that easy question. They should not ask simple question. See, in order to increase the value of resistance, that resistance must be connected in series. In order to decrease the value of resistance, that resistance must be connected in parallel. That statement is enough to solve that problem. See, the option is clearly visible. The maximum value of resistance between P and Q. Simple. There is no need to think much. Okay. And that R and R equal value of resistance is connected in parallel. The equivalent of these two will be obviously less than. Okay, less than the individual one now. Let's say you can put over here 4 into 4. Let's see. I am assuming that 4 into 4 divided by 4 plus 4. That will be what? 16 by 8. That will be what? 2 ohm. So that parallel combination of that resistance will result into the less than the value of that resistance. Okay. So these two will be less than R. So RQ option B will be eliminated very easily. You can see that the equivalent will be less than the individual. I am assuming that 4 ohm. You can assume any value. After calculating the equivalent of these two, I am getting less than the individual value. So, but here P2Q, the individual is still R. If I assume that 4, that will be greater than these two now. So, option B is eliminated very easily. Now, if I want to see that R equivalent of these two, in another problem I have shown that the 3 resistors are connected in parallel, so R by 3 will be the equivalent. So if I assume that R is 4, so 4 by 3, that will be less than 4 actually. So that will be what? P2R. Where is P2R? You can see that option A will be eliminated also. And this is R, this is something R by 2, this is R by 3. So that option is also eliminated. So only option will left with the maximum value of resistance will be between what? This one, P2Q. This option will be correct option. Okay. Let's start with the next question. Find the value of current through the 2 ohm resistor for the given circuit. Okay. The circuit they have given. This is already asked in the previous question. This is 2 ohm. This is 1 ohm. This is 20 volt. This is 10 volt battery. This is your 5 ohm. Okay. They are asking the current which is being flow from that this one 2 ohm. So options are option A 0, option B 2 ampere, option C 5 ampere, option D 4 ampere. They are asking that value of current which will flow in that 2 ohm resistor. Simple. The correct answer is 0. The correct answer is 0 ampere. How? Let's see. This is the source that will fed the current in that direction. That current will go. This is the source that current will fed in that direction. So there will be no current in that direction. This is not a part of loop. Okay. This is open. Actually it is connected, interconnected with these two, but the current is not coming in these two. So the current flowing from that 2 ohm resistor is nothing but 0. The option is the correct answer. The equivalent resistance between point A and B of the circuit given below. They have given a circuit. Two R, R. A, B. This is, they are asking the equivalent value of resistance between these two. Okay. So simple. You can calculate that R equivalent. When you do that calculation of that R equivalent, so let's start. Redraw that circuit. When you redraw, the circuit will look like this is 2R, this is 2R, this is R. So when you get that I equivalent, 1 by RAB, let's say this is A, this is B, RAB is equal to 1 by 2R plus 1 by 2R plus 1 by R. When you solve, you will be getting that R 1 by RAB, 1 by RAB is equal to 2 by R, that is RAB is equal to R by 2. This is your R equivalent. Okay, so these are the question. So this is being solved. So thank you very much. We will discuss in next class.